Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the Morning Metaphysical Report. Today is January 26th, 2020. My name is Lysander Xanthus.
And I am the magical voice in the background known as the Kitchen Witch.
So today we will be sharing with you the day's astrology, numerology, and some other helpful information for your spiritual practice today. We will also be going through a grounding, healing, and casting psychic protection to enable the continuation of your own growth and transformation. So
Fantastic.
We are actually going to start with the grounding now. So wherever you are, whatever you're doing, imagine yourself inside of a large bubble. This is your aura. Now, at the bottom of this bubble, imagine that gently attached is a pipe that leads deep into the earth. Now, for the sake of simplicity, imagine that your bubble is filled with a dark colored energy. We are going to drain this dark color out into the earth. So imagine or intend the level of this dark energy getting lower, kind of like water draining out of the sphere. So we now release all energy that is not ours, all foreign energy, all energy that is not serving our highest good, all energy that is not serving our soul's path and destiny, all energy that's not serving our goals. We release this from every layer of our aura, from every chakra, from every cell in our being. Breathe it out. And continue to see it drain out until you see the last of it drain out through the bottom. Then imagine or intend gently seal and close the drain at the bottom of your aura. And imagine the pipe just curling down away from you into the earth and dissipating. We've grounded. I'm going to do a little energy clearing with this singing bowl. I enjoy singing bowls because they have a way of kind of melting away negativity. All right, and later on during this report, we will be doing a healing and a psychic protection. But now let's talk about the astrology for today.
Ooh, astrology. Hey, I'm willing to bet that the planets are in the same place they were yesterday.
Well, considering you did notes, you're probably right.
Although I do get the notes wrong. Just a reminder to everyone out there, this is not a horoscope.
Oh, thank you for the reminder.
This is the current location of the planets and how they affect your life in a bigger way.
Yes, so this is not a horoscope. This is an astrology reading of all the planets and their aspects to each other. Horoscope, your sun sign only makes up about 1/20th of your total astrological information about you, so I don't honestly put a lot of stock into it. Something that would tell me a lot more about you and that would be more relevant would be reading about your North Node or your Saturn, or your rising sign. So again, just a reminder, these are not horoscopes, so it's not like a reading for Pisces, for Aquarius, for whatever. When I talk about these signs, I'm talking about what planets are in these signs.
And how they affect us.
Yeah, so this is for everyone. And kind of the energy that is present in our world. So with that being said, the Sun, Mercury, and the Moon are in Aquarius today. So what is being highlighted and emphasized at this time are qualities of independence as a single person, as well as our place in our greater community. Innovation, doing things differently, discovering new things, and sharing them with others in some way. And so this is being emphasized in our lives generally, in the world generally, in our outer personality, within ourselves. So we are feeling a need for a sense of belonging, community, and for sharing either what we know or what we've experienced in a sense of doing something new. And our minds are engaged in these ideas as well right now. Mars is in Sagittarius, so we have a drive to discover new possibilities for ourselves, to really explore and be open, rather than just seeing what's in front of us right now and saying, well, this is all there is. Being open to possibility and being driven to that. Uranus is in Taurus, so we are being challenged in our comfort zones and in our habits. Now is a great time to be making changes in that. So there's also a good chance that your comfort zone is very uncomfortable right now. Let's see, Jupiter, Saturn, and Pluto are in Capricorn. So we continue this shedding process, this wake-up call, releasing from ourselves or from our lives things that have reached their expiration, that don't really fit in with our path, whether we want it or not.
Yeah, that's a thing right now, guys.
Yeah. Opportunity and transformation will come to you and your life if you can engage that shedding, if you can engage self-sufficiency, problem solving, being the leader of your own life, and independence.
So independent.
Venus and Neptune are in Pisces. So in our love lives, we're seeking depth and sincerity, but we may have to contend with fantasy and illusion. So be sure that you're really seeing the person you're involved with for who they really are and not who you want them to be. And there's the potential to pass through your illusions or their illusions to strike a true, authentic connection. Now, also with Neptune and Pisces, our deeper intuition is rising to consciousness, so it's easier to access a deep knowing at this time, which can be very useful information for us. So now let's look at our aspects for today. Venus is squared with Mars, so for those of you in relationships where there's a feminine and masculine energy dynamic, in whatever form that takes, you may find yourself at odds with your partner today.
Oh man, don't go starting fights with me now.
That, or there could be a passionate tension. It could manifest in multiple ways.
All right, I'm down for that.
Good, bad, at odds. So, let's see. So, yes, there is a desire to explore possibility and to bring that into reality, and then there's fantasy and illusion. So it's like these two things kind of being at odds with each other. Do you continue to live under the illusion of your fantasy, or do you actually push through to explore possibility for yourself? Moon and Uranus are in sextile. So our internal self is very desiring of change, and Uranus urges us towards change in our deep, deep habits. So that is there to assist us for anyone making changes today. that is today's astrology.
Woo!
The moon will be transiting into Pisces sometime today. So
woo, prepare for that.
You'll be feeling a desire for community and shifting into feeling emotional.
Oh, Pisces moon is coming, everyone. I apologize for all y'all, because Pisces is always a very
also very
kind of time.
Also very psychic times.
It is. So you're going to be very psychically cry. My apologies. I know I get really emotional through Pisces. I don't have Pisces like anywhere in my astro chart at all. So I have like no way of adapting to Pisces as a like moon phase. It just hits me and I'm like, why? Why? I have no level of this to have a tolerance.
You may be having intuitive or emotional dreams tonight.
Woo!
So now it is time for our numerology of the day.
Oh, yes. The numerology of the day is positive.
Great. Today is an 8-day.
8 day. Abundance time. Excellent. Woo. All right, I'm done.
Ambition is the word today. It is your time to move forward and advance in your career. Look and act successful today. Embodying what you want to manifest will bring it closer to you today. Organize, plan, and strategize your approach. Do any legal or financial work today. Pay your bills and, if possible, donate to a cause. That good intention will return to you. Focus on money, focus on work. Focus on what you need to do to take yourself to the next step going forward.
Go beyond that. Don't focus on money. Don't focus on work. Focus on success. Focus on goals. Focus on
that's true. That's actually more manifestation to focus on the end goal, not the dollar amount. So.
Absolutely. Have the big picture in mind, not the small picture today. That's what the numerology is really talking about. It's talking about building your strategy to your ideal manifestation, whatever that is. Own it today. Live it. Breathe it. Integrate it into yourselves. I am successful. I am rich now. Affirmation of the day. I am rich now. I am rich now. Thank you, Ingrid. All right.
All right. So now it is time for the crystal healing of the day.
Ooh.
So we released some energy earlier in our grounding, and now it's time to replace that energy. It's always good to put energy back in after you ground or clear. Today's crystal is Pediarsite, also known as the Tempest Stone. Its highly charged energy is almost tangible. Just as lightning clears the air and makes all things new, Pediarsite discharges negative energies and emotional turmoil, cleanses the aura, restoring it to calm. Pediarsite is a powerful protection stone, especially against the elements. It calms nervous people and animals during storms. Pediarsite is extremely supportive. It explores causative influences, increases the resolve and lends willpower in following a curative program. It also boosts self-esteem when worn consistently. So it's a good jewelry crystal. It's especially empowering for creative people who lack confidence in their abilities and as a result do not earn money for their gifts. All right. So this is the crystal we're working with. Of course, you're going to experience its energy for yourself. I find this stone also helps us open to self-compassion and to unconditional love for ourselves and others. So it's a very expansive, opening kind of energy. So let us open and activate your energy today with this crystal. Make yourself comfortable. Allow yourself to connect with and receive this energy. And I'll begin. this concludes the crystal healing with Pediarsite. Take a few moments to sit in this space. Even if you are preparing for your day ahead, just pause for a few seconds to allow this energy to integrate into your being before moving on.
All right. Thank you so much for that. That was such a great healing. I really do like when you use Pediarsite. It just seems to hit all the right places, you know? Such a great crystal.
Well, it was a great find when I got it when I was first on this path. I've never regretted it, even though it was very expensive. It hurt at the time, but present me is pretty happy.
Past you, was thinking of future you. That's all that is. I say that all the time. Future me will thank me.
So now it is time for our affirmation of the day. This affirmation comes from the book Heal Your Body by Louise Hay. And this affirmation pertains to scratches. So even if this isn't something you are suffering with, it's still a good affirmation. You may think scratches are accidental, but the mind-body connection would suggest otherwise.
I was just about to say, do you want to explain how scratches are
a condition?
Condition. Like clumsiness, Louise Hay believes that we have a penchant for these things because there's an emotional root cause.
No injury is an accident.
That no injury is an accident. It's sort of like a subconscious thing that you're manifesting. So scratches, according to the little blue book, Heal Your Life.
Heal Your Body.
Heal Your Body, sorry. It says that scratches are feeling life tears at you. That life is a rip-off, or that you are being ripped off. So scratches come from this place of feeling that life is tearing at you, like it's taking things from you.
You could blame your cats, but I have cats, and I go long periods without any scratches.
Lysander never gets scratched. I get scratched a lot.
So you can't blame your pets on this one.
Mind you, if you're roughhousing with your cat and you get scratched, that's a choice. It's when it happens unintentionally. But yes, I felt that this was a good one today. It also really correlates with our number of the day, our numerology, because it's focused on gratitude. So let's have this affirmation, love.
So I'm going to say this affirmation to you a few times, and I want you to just listen and take it in rather than focusing on saying it yourself. But we will, of course, also say it a few times together. I am grateful for life's generosity to me. I am blessed. I am grateful for life's generosity to me. I am blessed. I am grateful for life's generosity to me. I am blessed. Now, let's say it together 3 times. I am grateful for life's generosity to me. I am blessed. I am grateful for life's generosity to me. I am blessed. I am grateful for life's generosity to me. I am blessed. I invite you to take this affirmation with you in your day.
Mm-hmm.
That concludes our affirmation for the day.
All right.
Oh, excuse me, I was up late last night.
Yes. It was a late night, doing all kinds of healing things, which is always good. It's always worth it to get that healing time in.
Mm-hmm. I do work on my own energy. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So now it is time for our magic tip of the day. So today's magic tip kind of pertains to our path overall, whether you're pursuing magic, psychic abilities, or spirituality overall. The tip is to pace yourself while learning and searching. It can be a lot to take in, especially when you're learning about yourself as a soul and discovering deep truths about yourself and the universe you live in. Spirituality and intuition, not to be dramatic, spirituality and intuition can sometimes, not all the time, sometimes cause psychological instability if you are already not starting from a stable place. So what I'm trying to say is that our path has a way of any issues you haven't resolved, any traumas you've been ignoring, anything that you've not faced, pursuing this path, whether you're going through spirituality, psychic abilities, or magic, this stuff has a way of being brought up sometimes aggressively and kind of being rubbed in your face. So that's why it's best you can either put off your path and focus on your healing first, or just pace yourself. So learn or practice something and kind of stay there for a bit and really incorporate what you've learned, really incorporate that truth into yourself. And it doesn't even have to be a long time. Just give it a few days to settle, or a few weeks, or a few months. How much time you need to pace yourself is very individual. So recognize your limits in that way. There's such a thing as pushing yourself too far, too fast. So it's just a reminder to my fellow students and spiritual seekers to be gentle with yourself and acknowledge your own, what's the word I want? Be honest with yourself about who you are, where you're at, and your own limits. There's only so much stress that a person can take. And it can be very stressful to be opening all this and exploring all this, even as wonderful as it is. There's such a thing as good stress too. So
yes.
If you're finding out good things, oftentimes you will encounter traumatic or negative information in the spiritual path. But even when you're discovering good things, it can be very overwhelming. And so it's best to pace yourself accordingly. So please just trust me on this one as someone who has been through it and watched others go through it.
Yeah.
The path is, it's one part pushing yourself forward, learning new stuff, and the other half is building your foundation, providing yourself with security and stability to always fall back on while you're growing. And that's part of pacing. So yes, if you are already mentally or emotionally delicate, it can have a way of instigating those issues more. It doesn't mean you can't pursue it, just that you need to be mindful and self-aware. So yeah, people react differently to pushing themselves too far too fast. Sometimes they put themselves off of learning and reject spirituality completely, or they just mentally are not handling what's happening, or it just causes a long delay. So that's the magic tip for today. I hope it wasn't too grim. It's just a loving reminder to be kind to yourself and
Absolutely.
to acknowledge how you're really feeling, not just pushing forward because you're impatient, because you want all the power and all the knowledge now. If you want to create maximum power, you can have all the power and all the knowledge and be super, like a spiritual superhero. But the way to do that is by allowing yourself to build your foundation layer by layer. A pearl is not created in a day. It's slowly building layers through a irritating substance, which the path sometimes can be. And the knowledge you acquire sometimes can be that irritating substance that creates a beautiful pearl that is you when you reach your own level of spiritual mastery. So, all right.
Hey. What's up? Where are we at? What's going on?
So next is the card reading of the day, but I want to ask if there's any questions or comments.
No.
Okay. So now I will be doing a card reading for you all today. And this is a collective reading to give you advice and guidance for the day ahead. Some of you may resonate with the entire reading, and some of you may resonate with just parts of it. Either is fine. Alright, so which one?
Which one? I don't know which one will it be? I don't know. This hand.
Psychic.
Sure. Whatever that hand was.
It's so funny.
We'll have to come up with new ways to tell you which deck to use, because I can't always just decide.
Today's reading comes from the Psychic Tarot Oracle deck by John Holland. Let us see what the cards have to say to us today. Oh, there's 2 cards. Alright, there we are then. So I have 3 cards for you today.
Woohoo! 3 cards. That sounds like a good reading.
The message is clear, so go ahead and have that. I will read some out of the booklet because some of the ways that they say things I really like, as well as offering my own interpretation. So I will intuitively select sentences from the booklet with my baby right here.
The baby's here, everybody.
Alright.
Guess where you're not. Spot. That's okay. I can also shift the camera a little.
Okay.
And there's Cat.
Oh, that was scary.
Isn't it usually?
She doesn't usually jump over my drinks. Alright. So the first card is Conflict and Defeat. This card represents significant learning and change. And how you handle yourself at this time is vital to your overall well-being. This is absolutely the case because the cards that follow this one. This card could relate to a lack of sensitivity in taking action or in response to conditions or situations around you. This need for sensitivity could relate to you or someone else in your life. Even though a battle can be won, it's important to evaluate the cost and pain to both parties. Sometimes it's best to surrender and walk away if no answer or victory can be achieved. Don't assign blame, become deceitful, or set out to get revenge, for this results in the negative energy becoming part of you. You are being tested on how delicately and gently you take your next step. Remember, everything in your life is an opportunity to learn and to grow. This reminds me of the point of when you follow a system like the law of attraction. When something is coming up in your life, ask, what is it in you that's coming up through this situation, the manifestation of this situation? You don't necessarily have to totally ascribe to that idea. I find that it's a useful mindset that provides a lot more information and use than acting as though it's completely unconnected. It offers me a lot more that I can do personally to have control over the way my life goes. So there's that. The next card is Spiritual Strength. We're going to go through all these, and then when I first looked at them, something came to me, so I want to bring them all together at the end. So this is Spiritual Strength. This card is coming forth to give encouragement and remind you that you have the inner strength to complete whatever you've been working on. This card represents courage, discipline, stability, and persistence. You may be tired or weary from the struggle, but now is not the time to give in. Sorry. Cat eclipse. Instead, tap into all your inner reserves for that one final push to achieve the desired income to move forward. All right. So this is reminding you of your deeper self and your better nature and what it is you're working towards. All right. And the third card is New Beginnings. Each and every journey begins with the all-important first step. This card is confirming that it's time for you to take a brave leap of faith, but be prepared as you do so. So plan and prepare this next step, even though you don't know what's ahead or what will result of it. That's the adventure. There's a great new adventure awaiting you. This card usually shows up when there's a significant inner change happening within you. This card is a sign that important choices are needed and are about to be made and should be carefully pondered as you proceed with wisdom, thought, and care. Don't conform to what society or other individuals expect of you at this time. It's your adventure. It's your life. You have to live with your choices. No one else does. During this time, have fresh eyes and give yourself permission to move forward in the way that's best for you. All right, so I want to talk about all three of these together for a moment. So conflict and defeat is talking about, obviously, conflict and a sense of feeling defeated and being in a situation where there is no real winning. There's a saying of pick your battles. This is a battle to not fight, step out. Sometimes the way to win is to not play. Engaging in the conflict is fruitless. It can also point to other difficulties where you are at odds in a situation or with another person. This is followed by spiritual strength, reminding you to stay focused on you, not get caught up in other people and what's going on, not getting caught up in the drama. And to remember your best self and what you are working towards, and to focus on what you need to do for you to move your life forward in the way that you're working so hard to do so. So it's very important to remember that and to use that as your strength to exit this conflict and to remove yourself and to not get sucked in and to not engage. And new beginnings. So it's also a sense of leaving that situation behind, that conflict behind, and releasing that sense of defeat and whatever feelings that brought up for you, whatever beliefs or patterns that brought up for you, release them so you can step forward fresh and continue going forward, even if you're not sure of what's ahead of you, to trust in it, trust in yourself and trust your vision for yourself, and to keep going and to leap. And to know that whatever comes up, you can handle it. So that is today's reading.
That was a fantastic reading.
If you would like to go in deeper with anything that came up for you during this reading, I offer clairvoyant readings, so not with cards, but with reading your energy and connecting to collective consciousness. We can explore that more deeply, and you can find my readings on my page or on my website, lysanderclairvoyant.com. Let's see if she does it again. My cat just chirped. She chirps when she's excited and she's hunting through the window. Window hunting. Hashtag window hunting.
Hashtag window hunting.
It's like window shopping, but for cats.
Say hi to the people. Hi, people. I'm Aresh. Don't bother me. I'm hunting.
We'll leave her to her window hunting. But if you hear little chirps in the background, it is her. It's one of my favorite sounds. I didn't know cats did that until I got her about 5.5 years ago. So.
Oh my gosh. That is how long we've had her. Oh my goodness. Stop growing. Stop getting older. Stop.
Oh.
Just stop now. You're making me feel old. Yeah. All right, everybody.
So now it is time for our question of the day.
Woot woot. This is my turn. Hi, everybody. I'm still here. I'm the kitchen witch. And today I am talking about the future you wish to manifest.
Wow, speaking of that card reading and everything else,
so
focus.
The card reading really brought together that numerology for the day, and the question of the day is always based on the numerology. So today's question is, how do you embody the future you wish to manifest? This is a thinker, everybody. I want you to really take a minute to think about this question. How do you embody? What do you do? How do you dress? How do you present yourself? How do you live that allows you to manifest the future you want? So, Lysander, tell us a little bit about how you embody the future you wish to manifest.
Well, I'm glad you asked this, and it's a very smart question, because the secret to law of attraction is that a lot of other people have said it in different ways. This is just my way of saying it that made it click for myself, is that you manifest your state of being. So it's not just what you think, not just what you believe, not just what you feel. It's like your whole state or vibration, as others would say. So obviously, smart question. How do I embody what I want to manifest? Well, it is a challenge even for me. I am human and I have feelings and I have bad days, but I try to stay focused, and this is really something new I'm learning, trying to stay focused on what I want and being very mindful of my state, because I know that. So I focus on my boundaries. Mm-hmm. Energetically, having a sphere around me. So I'm here and it's just me in here and everyone else is outside the bubble energetically. Having emotional and psychological boundaries, and sometimes this requires more self-control. It's not other people intruding on me. We always want to think that other people are intruding on us. But something I've found reading my own energy and reading others who have similar issues is that we're kind of imposing ourselves, or it's at times a codependent pattern of involving ourselves when we don't need to, or enmeshing ourselves emotionally. So I'm trying to practice that self-control and staying with myself and letting other people be, and letting us both, are you okay?
Yeah, air just decided to hurt. Sorry.
Letting me and all the other people in question be free. Because you just hurt yourself when you try to control things. And it's like a really deep habit with different emotions and past circumstances tied up in it. So it is something I'm working through. And that is how I try to, is to really be firm with myself. And to also fill myself with positive media, mm-hmm. and to connect with people with vibrations higher than mine.
Rush clips, sorry guys.
Oh,
come on, Bubba. Thank you. You know.
And so by practicing healing on myself, mm-hmm. and readings on myself, so I stay clear. So sorry, I hope that wasn't too long an answer.
No, it's okay. You just spent like 3 minutes talking about it.
I gave everyone time to think about their answers.
I know, nobody else has answered me, so it's cool.
Oh, so why are you giving me that look?
I wasn't.
All right,
giving you nothing.
So what about yourself then?
How do I embody the future I wish to manifest? Well, that is a very good question. The reality is I don't know what future I want yet, and that is also an okay answer.
Be honest with yourself.
I know that the future I want is one of comfort, I know the future I want is one of health. So I embody the future I wish to manifest by going around the cat here, by taking care of myself, by dressing in a way that makes me feel comfortable and feel empowered and strong, eating in a way that makes or ensures that I am healthy, and exercising and working out so I have that future body I want.
Thinking about your future self is a helpful thing.
I think about my future self in a physical way.
Yes.
I am still deciding what future I want my environment to be, but I do my best to embody the physical results I wish to see in myself.
That's a great starting place. I think about what you eat or exercise or how you dress yourself. Like, oh yeah, maybe it's kind of hard right now for present me, but future me is going to be very grateful that I didn't eat this or that I worked out and now I have like some sick guns.
Right. I mean, even just in the sense that I know that as I get older, I'm going to naturally get weaker, naturally have a harder time maintaining my health, even just from the standpoint that I would like to be healthy as long as possible into my life. I try to do those things because I want to embody that health and well-being well into my later years.
Absolutely.
So I really feel like that is how I do that. So let's look at my comments here.
Oh yay.
Got my people talking.
Responses.
It's mostly Nilla and Iris talking to me today. It's always great to have you here, ladies. So Nilla says, nothing is under control, and it's lovely and exhilarating. I'm going with the flow.
All right.
Sometimes that is the best way to move towards that future, to be open to what's happening. Iris says, I'm still definitely learning, but a lot of my arc has been questioning the limitations I have imposed on myself in the past until they dissolved. Recently, I've focused on releasing the suspicion that keeps me reactive and defensive, and trying to keep my interpersonal influences constructive and respectful.
That's important.
She also says, I've been focusing on a daily routine that allows space for what I want, even if I don't have it yet. That's awesome.
Yes, absolutely. Creating spaces for things to come in.
Gotta remember, if you've got too much going on, there's no room for more to come in.
So releasing is an essential part of manifestation work. Like before I do a manifestation, I like doing a clearing or banishing of some sort, because you have to create space.
Yeah, absolutely.
So not only does it take up the space that what you want would be in, but it often can be an obstacle. So releasing is just as important as calling in.
Absolutely. So thank you for sharing, everyone. I have one more thing I want to talk about before we go ahead and start our credits for the day. This is a call to action, everybody. We want to see, we're talking about doing a cat healing stream.
What?
we've been talking about our viewer cats.
Oh, yes.
So, I'm going to show you this amazing picture that Tiffany sent us. This is Salem. Hopefully you guys can see that.
We've met Salem in person, one of our fans, and he is a sweet little baby.
So this is Salem, and that's... Whoop, my phone turned off. That's Salem, and that's him on his mama's phone watching the Morning Report. There we go. There it is. And the call to action is, we want to see the pictures of our cat viewers. We have heard from many of you that we have cat viewers.
Yes, many cats watch the Morning Report, so we would love to see your beautiful feline faces.
So please send us pictures of our furry viewers. We would love to see pictures of them. And something that we've thrown around is doing something for them. So I've been thinking we should do a cat healing video for our furry friends.
Absolutely. It's something we've thought about adding to Patreon. Our Patreon website is a membership tier for cat fans.
Yes, we have talked about the cat fan membership tier, which is something we're still exploring, but it would involve metaphysical items for your cats. Yes. From us.
I shared on my page that I handmade some toys for my cats with valerian, which is a calming herb. I like it as an alternative to catnip because it doesn't make them hyper before they calm down. It does have a very strong odor for those of you who aren't familiar with valerians. You probably don't want them in your bedroom. They kind of smell like feet, but cats love it.
Cats love it.
And valerian is a root that metaphysically is very connected to peace, sleep, and calm.
So it is actually a good root to have around, even if it does smell like feet. So, call to action. Send the Kitchen Witch or Lysander.
I was thinking of making that part of the tier. That was the point.
Yes. Send us your pictures of your furry viewers. We want to see them. We want to see your cats watching the show, or just pictures of your cats who do watch the show. Yes, we would love that. We're going to do a little cat tribute to our cat viewers here in the next week or so. All right, let's go on to the credits.
Thank you for watching the Morning Metaphysical Report. We're not quite done yet. There's more segments after these announcements, so stay tuned. On screen are our lovely patrons from our Patreon. So thank you for your support. This is able to continue and to improve due to your support. If you join our Patreon, your name will be added to our screen. So you can visit our site at patreon.com/Morning Metaphysical Report to learn about us, the goals we're working towards, like improving equipment, adding a cooking and fitness segment to the morning report, as well as how you can contribute and become part of the community through our membership tiers. Our lowest membership level is $1 a month, goes up from there, and you receive perks and rewards in return for your support. So please visit that web link if you'd like to learn more. Yes. If you enjoyed watching this and want to keep seeing it, you can like, follow, or subscribe to my Pager channel or the MMR Pager channel, or to our Patreon. You don't have to actually purchase a membership to follow us on our Patreon page. You just need to create a free Patreon account and follow us, and then you can see all of the morning reports there. Not live, but you will see them. So it's up to you how you'd like to do that.
YouTube, Instagram, Twitter. We now have a Twitter. Patreon. Yeah, we're everywhere. Find us. Like us. Follow us.
So we're going to continue this thing and keep expanding. So I hope. So thank you for our current supporters and for our viewers. We appreciate you as well. Also, another way you can support us is by sharing the heck out of us wherever rules allow. Share us online, but also share us with the people in your life, especially any spiritual seekers, mystics, healers, psychics. We created this with spiritual seekers in mind to help you engage your spiritual practice every single day and to practice good energetic hygiene habits such as grounding, healing, and protection, which is actually next. So now I'm going to cast a protection for all of you that will carry with you through the day. Shielding is just as important as clearing because it protects you from picking up more negativity, more attachments throughout your day. So if you would like to receive this, just allow yourself to receive the protection. Just hold that intention, and I'll begin that casting now. All right, great. And finally, we will be setting an intention for our day. This is also an important thing to do and part of our manifestation work. So you can accept my intention for you or set one for yourself now. We are all from one divine source that runs through everything, and we are blessed. Today is a day that brings us peace, that brings us prosperity. We are discovering a new openness, and we are opening throughout today to receive more abundance, to receive more love, and more flow of the natural current in our world. And with it, as we open, that current, as we call it in, sweeps away our blocks, our burdens, whatever we're holding on to, and allows the things that we want to create for ourselves to come in. So today brings us clarity and joy. Thank you. And so it is. I'd like to thank you for joining me today, and thank yourself for investing in your well-being today by joining us. We hope to see you again soon. Be blessed.
Be blessed, everyone, and namaste. Have a beautiful, prosperous, and abundant day.